Why do I see your under eye before I see your face? People have so many misconceptions about who a feminist actually is. And I feel like people don't even educate themselves enough on the matter. It's just like what they see on Twitter. We know that the woman is supposed to get married. Hi guys, my name is Mathilda. If you are a first timer here, I hope you stay. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by yet again. As you can see by the title, we are going to be doing makeup today, and we're going to be chit-chatting about some unpopular opinions that I have. And yeah, so if you want to know how I put this look together, then just keep watching, stay tuned, and yeah, let's get into the video. So first things first, we're going to prime. This is the LA Girl Pro Prep Primer. This is my everyday primer, honestly. Sit down videos are typically more difficult for me to do, funny enough, because I just feel like I ramble a lot when I have to speak. Oh my god, the primer is almost finished, because I kid you not, this is what I use almost every day. Essentially, today we're going to be talking about some things that many of you might be upset with me about because you may not share the same opinion as me. And if you find yourself in that category, honestly, I would say don't be upset with me. Don't take it too personally. It's not that deep, truly. These are just my opinions. I'm not trying to say that you should not do this. I'm not trying to say that, by the way, I'm giving disclaimers. I'm not trying to say that people who do this are any type of way, or I see them above me or below me. None of that. So please, it's called an unpopular opinion, and so it may not sit well with you, but trust me, this is all just like fun and games. Please don't take it too seriously, because trust me, I'm not even being that serious. So we're just gonna hop right into the opinion. This is my CVL pouch. You guys should go follow CVL Beauty on Instagram. I use most of their brushes, by the way. I usually use my CVL Beauty spoolie, but I feel like I lost it. It's way better than whatever I'm using right now. Okay, no shade, no shade. No shade. I'm not even going to let you guys see the brow pencil I'm using. No shade at all. I just prefer that one because it is fluffier. So for this look, I don't usually do my brows. In fact, I'm not going to do my brows. I'm not going to do it. This is my CVL Beauty brush. This is the CVL brush that I use. All brushes, all products will be linked in the description box, so make sure to check that. And these are the two foundation tones that I use. Sometimes I just go for this, but then I noticed that this was, you know, one shade darker than me, so I mixed the two. But this is my perfect tone, but sometimes I just feel like my perfect tone comes up too bright. I don't know what's wrong with me. I always like to go darker, but I'm gonna mix the two like I usually would. So first of all, the first thing that I feel that is becoming such a thing currently that I don't really see what the hype is about is BBL fashion. Let me explain. So I'm sure you guys have seen it everywhere. If you go onto the Fashion Nova site, every single item in their display is BBL fashion. I'll probably put some photos up on the screen just for context, so you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. This doesn't mean that I have never ever put on BBL fashion, that I do not wear it. If I had the money, okay, you don't necessarily need money, but then if I could, I would stop wearing BBL fashion in its entirety, because I honestly feel like it is a tad bit trashy. Excuse me. But that's just what I think. Wow, this is pretty bright. Wear whatever you want to wear, but then personally for me, I just feel like now they're even overdoing it, you know? And most especially because I feel like it's not even relatable anymore. Like, majority of the people on the earth right now do not even have the bodies that they display on Fashion Nova and, you know, some of these sites. We don't have that body, but then we look at these models that they put up there in like some really crazy attire, and we're like, oh, that would look good on me. I don't know what the knowledge or the sense behind that is. This is no shade whatsoever to Fashion Nova. I'm just using that as an example because, you know, that is somewhat one of the most popular fast fashion brands. I think that fast fashion is great for people who, I don't know, for whoever likes it. I think it is great. But personally for me, I just feel like, first of all, it is a waste of money in the long run, because I will get why you would wear a printed outfit and not want to wear it again, because it's like, it's so obvious that it's the same outfit. Not that there's anything even wrong with that, but then I would understand why certain people wouldn't want to put on something that is pretty obvious that they have worn before. But if you buy some thrifted jeans per se, like some blue jeans, you know how you can repeat your blue jeans over and over again, and so the value that you paid for those jeans is worth it over time. But you go spend, let's say $100, or even let's say 500 Ghana cedis on a printed item which has so many cuts on Fashion Nova, and you can't even repeat it, like you can't even wear it again. So then where was the sense in that? Back to what I was saying about Fashion Nova, BBL fashion. I just feel like, what is the point of all of that? I just feel like it is just extreme. First of all, at this point, it has gotten really, really, really extreme. Everybody's just overdoing it. And this is not to shade people who do BBLs. Do you? If I had the money, I might do a BBL. I'm not really crazy about the huge booty. Like, that's not something I want. I want like a booty that is still thick, but not too thick. You know what I mean? I'm honestly pretty much a minimalist. Like, I don't like things in excess. Like, gone are the days that I would do my lashes and my lashes would be so thick. This is another opinion that I have. This whole lash craze, like, yes, you wake up and you look so beautiful, but when they do it and it looks like, it doesn't even look real anymore. I just feel like it has lost its touch. It's not even natural anymore. This is the Rosé Beauty Blender that I usually use. People say, yeah, the Beauty Blender is a sponge, and so it's going to, in a way, take off the makeup that you have put on your face, which is like a waste of product. But I kind of find that to be pretty nice. Like, I don't even want it to look like there's makeup on my face. I really want it to look like skin, which is not even always 100% achievable. So if I can take off the makeup, you know, or to make it less obvious that I have makeup on my skin, then why not? Like, I would do that 100%. Okay guys, so we're going to conceal. Usually for concealer, this is my go-to, honestly, but I recently just started using this, so I'll probably mix both. Like I was already saying, I feel like naturally I am a minimalist. Like, I don't like to do things in excess. I used to be that girl, and it's not, I don't know what it is, but I know that I used to be that girl, definitely. I'm just gonna do it under my eye. For this step, I like to use a brush. Now, let's even talk about nails. Like, you know, the whole Cardi B nail, long nail era. Like, bro, why? What is the reason? Like, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, it's just too much for me. Like, it may not be too much for you, but for me, I just feel like it's just crazy. Like, to be fair, I do so many things with my hands, so the fact that I can't even get things done, like I can't even pick up a coin if it falls down, it's just too much for me. I feel like it's even a little bit embarrassing for me. Don't come for me. But yeah, so yeah, let's just blend. And if you blend and you don't have a weird face when you blend, then you're not blending. You know how people blend and then they're like they have a weird face? I also have a weird face when I blend, so excuse that. People just, you know, are just doing things in excess now, and I just don't get what the point of having extra long nails is about right now. I don't know if it's me growing an age thing. I'm just 21, so maybe it's not even an age thing, but I just like my nails short. Like, even right now my nails look crusty. Like, since I think I stopped doing long nails since last year, August. That's the last time I had extremely long nails on my fingers, and that would be the last. I don't think I would ever do crazy long nails, and even long is relative, trust me. Like, and short is relative as well. Like, these are too short for me. Don't get it twisted. Like, I like my nails to have some length to them. Another thing that I want to talk about that brings my mind to it. The overly bright under eye. What is going on? Why? What is the reason? Can you guys tell me what the reason is? Because I can't understand it. Like, why do I see your under eye before I see your face? I am not bashing anybody. I don't get the point of that. I feel like maybe a year ago I would have wanted to be part of the girls who do that, but I'm just not into all of that anymore. One thing I would say is that when I'm like blending and I'm talking, I feel like I'm talking in a more robotic form, because I can't multitask when I'm talking. I don't know if you guys can get that, but then if you are getting that, I'm sorry. This is still rosé. Let me just show you guys. It comes in a pack like this with like different sizes of beauty blenders. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is feminism. And typically I do not like to talk about feminism a lot, even though I am a feminist. And the reason is that I feel like many people are very emotional. I mean, they have every right to be when it comes to the topic of gender. People tend to not think so logically, but they think more in their emotions. And I feel like to a certain extent, it is okay. And the reason why I say I do not like to talk about feminism is for the things I'm about to mention in this video. So I feel like there are many extremists that are feminist. And I feel like they become extreme because they are angry, and they have every right to be angry, because women have been oppressed for the longest time, and so they have every right to be angry. But then because of sometimes the very anger driven aspect of feminism, I should be doing my makeup. Sorry, let me just pause. I hope I don't forget what I was saying. A makeup artist that I respect a lot told me that it is always best to use pressed powder. So I think I'm going to go with that, because she says it gives a more natural finish. And because I like things to look a little more natural, I think I'm going to do that. Where's my pressed powder? I'm going to use these two shades. This is the Super Stay Full Coverage Maybelline, and this is the Fit Me, I don't know what it's called, poreless powder, whatever. Yeah, I was saying that because most of these extreme takes on feminism have been pushed so much, people have so many misconceptions about who a feminist actually is. And that really worries me, because, you know, you get people saying that, why do you want to be a feminist? Feminists are angry. Feminists hate men. And the very first people who should even be feminists is a man. And the reason I say this is that, unfortunately, we are in a society where a man is more likely to listen to a man, you know? And so if a man is a feminist and he's, you know, pushing the agenda, or not even an agenda, because that word sort of kind of sounds negative, pushing the advocacy of women's rights, another man is more likely to follow suit, because he would then feel like, okay, you know, these people are not trying to be superior to a man. These people are not, you know, trying to push an agenda against men. These people are not trying to push hate speech or any sort of hate to the man. And I mean, I would understand why, because women have been oppressed by men. And not just by men, even by women too. We've been conditioned to believe that, you know, even being a woman, we have to be guilty of something. And so many people will not agree with me, but then I just feel like lately what has been in the media on who a feminist is and the things that we fight for is sort of going away from the true course of feminism, the true course that is feminism. Another thing I would say is that many people feel like on conversation that I had with men reading books by Chimamanda, you would realize that many people feel like we have gotten what we want. Like, people are no longer discriminating against women. Like, people feel like women are no longer being oppressed, you know? And I'm just like, how can you be so out of touch? Like, I don't know. I'm using the brighter one now. I don't know if that's even a good idea, because I kind of love how natural like I'm looking right now, but then I would just go over it with this lighter one. I'm going to bring a little warmth to my face, and I usually would use like these two shades, But then I think today I'm just going to go a tad bit darker. I'm going to use this Color Box cosmetic brush. I feel like I'm talking all over the place because I just get distracted. I do something and then I forget what I was going to say. But then if I remember, I would go back to it. I know that there are some people who tell me that, you know, it's a lost cause. Like they don't think that the whole world is going to change, be able to change their mindset. We are not fighting for sameness, we're just fighting for equal opportunities. And people feel like, oh, but right now in this day and age, you know, you go to the workplace and the man and the woman are paid the same amount if they're doing the same job or if they're doing the same, you know, thing or working in the same field. And yes, that may be true in certain parts. There has been an improvement. But let's even talk about the culture aspect. You know, many people say that it's African culture. Why are we trying to westernize? You know, that's even the funniest thing. Like, why are we trying to westernize African culture? Like, we know that the woman is supposed to get married. We know that the female child is supposed to have children. We know that the female child is supposed to make marriage an achievement. We know that the female child is supposed to keep her virginity. That is the culture. But like this, like, I don't know how to say this. Culture can be changed because human beings are the ones that made culture. If culture cannot be changed. Hi guys, editing Mathilda here. I just wanted to come on here and explain properly what exactly I was trying to say. If culture cannot be changed, we would still be suffering some of the things our ancestors used to suffer in the past. For example, twins would still be getting killed because it would be considered witchcraft to give birth to twin girls, twin boys, or twins in general. The female child will still be getting circumcised in most parts of the world, if not all. Yes, these things are still going on, but they have reduced drastically, and that's how I know that culture can be changed. So culture can be changed. It doesn't make sense that you're telling the female child to keep her virginity, but for males, it's not even that much of a big deal. But you need a female in order for a male to have sexual intercourse. You get what I mean? So if you're saying that the female should keep her virginity and you're like championing the male, like maybe you're not championing, but you're not drilling it in the male's head that he should keep his virginity, at the end of the day, he's going to sleep with the female. So, you know, it doesn't make sense if you actually think about it. It makes no sense. You're not really putting pressure on the male to get married or to make marriage his life. What's it called? But like, you know, when I start talking about these things, I just get emotional. You know, when you see someone saying that a feminist is someone who's angry, you should correct them. And I feel like people don't even educate themselves enough on the matter. It's just like what they see on Twitter or what they hear XYZ say that they agree with. There's another thing that I always hear, actually. They say that women always want the men to do this for them, but then when it's time for them to do the same thing, they don't want that. Like it's like the double standards for me. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. You know, like when it's time for us to also show that same energy, it's like we don't want to do it. It's like men don't deserve it. But like that is wrong. That's not the type of feminism that we should be encouraging. We should be encouraging that we are treated equally. And so, you know, in like the movie Titanic, where they're like, oh, women and children should go first. It's like women are always seen as the weaker force. And that is all part of feminism. Like, it's like we have to be protected. We have to be shielded. We have to just sit at home and look beautiful. I was talking about how, you know, in Titanic or even in other places, like whenever there's been a war or something bad has happened, they're always like women and children first, women and children first. I feel that's wrong as a feminist. I feel like that's not equal rights. You know, why women and children first? Women are not weak. There are women who are even stronger than men. You know what I mean? So it should rather be the people who actually can't cater for themselves first. So maybe you can say children, and then the people who are unwell or people who do not have the physical strength or whatever type of strength it takes. This is the example that men always give. They're always like, women don't like to, you know, take what they dish out. And I feel like that's one of the things that should change. You may be watching this and you may not agree with that, but I would say that if you're someone that doesn't agree with that, then you know, you're not entirely fighting for the cause, because the cause is equality. So yeah, we can be the same. We have different genitals, we have strengths, we have our weaknesses, you know, we have things like with even the male masculine toxicity thing. Like when we talk about how males are not, like in Africa, like this, the man has to be the man. Like he's not allowed to cry, he's not allowed to show weakness. I should be doing my makeup. I'm still gonna be using the Noir. Sorry, the conversation has just like taken over me. Now I've forgotten what I was saying. Oh god, it's not easy. I'm talking about how in Africa, the man is supposed to be strong. He's supposed to be a hard guy. He's not supposed to cry, show his emotions. And till this day, many men believe that when you show your emotions, sorry, my camera actually cut off. In Africa, like we tell men, you shouldn't be the hard guy. Like you shouldn't be a hard guy. You shouldn't show your emotions. You shouldn't cry, because crying makes you look weak. Crying makes you look this. Crying makes you look that. The harder a man feels compelled to be, the more fragile his ego becomes. And what is even sadder is that we raise females to cater to these fragile egos of men. Like in the words of Chimamanda, we teach girls to shrink themselves. We tell them that, oh, you can have ambition, but not too much ambition. And we say to girls, you should aim to be successful, but not too successful. We say otherwise you will threaten the man. And I'm like, why should the female threaten a man? Like why? When I think deeply about it, I'm like, why should a woman who wants good for herself threaten a man? Like if you're a man, please comment down below what you think about this social construct of women threatening men if they have built houses. Like I know that there are people who are being told that they shouldn't have property of their own outside their husband's house. Like you shouldn't be a woman who has property, because like they say things like, what's the point of having property when you're going to be living in your husband's house? Like these things just sadden me. Like that's all I can say. It just saddens me. I feel like this whole thing has, you know, sort of turned into a TED Talk. But then I feel like that's okay. I feel like it's necessary. Women being married is such an achievement. You would go to someone's Instagram and on their bio, there's wife. But you would hardly go to a man's page and see husband, like a husband, like they're proud to be husbands. From a young age, we make children, we make females, young girls dream. I should be doing my makeup. We make young girls dream of weddings, you know. I want to get married. We make females dream of wedding dresses. Oh, this is what I want to wear on my wedding day. Like from young ages, like 10, 11, 12. But hardly would you even hear a young boy talk about the type of tuxedo he wants to wear for his wedding. I feel like women have every right to be angry. I'm just against us staring away from the real cause that we are fighting. I do not want us to, you know, ruin such a beautiful cause just because we are angry. Because sometimes anger does bring change. Anger is important, but then it can also steer away from what is actually important. And so that's really all I'm saying today. I hope that you guys do not come for me in the comments, but blush is one thing I'll do in excess. I think I need to stop because it's just getting too much. Just a little bit. But anyway, now we're going to go straight to eyes. I can't even do eyeshadow. Like, I'm not the best person to teach you like an eyeshadow look. Sorry that I'm so close to you guys. I have really, really, really small eyes. So what I like to do is I like to bring out my eyes. I just go under my eye. Sorry, I can't do this while talking. So because my eyes look like they are literally disappearing, I like to bring that out. You know, you're not supposed to put water or any sort of thing on these type of lashes. So I just like try to avoid doing mascara or eyeliner on something like this. So in order for me to still bring my eyes out, I would just lightly go over the portions of my eyes that don't have lashes. You guys wouldn't believe it. I finally found the spoolie, the CVL spoolie that I was talking about. You see what I mean by it's thicker, and you know, it just like pretty much gets the job done. So this is what I use for my lips. It's the same thing that I use for my brows. This is the Davies pencil. I don't know why I don't believe that is the Darby's pencil. I feel like it's a knockoff, but if it is the Darby's pencil, then yay, right? I wouldn't be doing any like crazy lip combos, because to be fair, I never actually do that. Gloss is by Maybelline. I think at this point, you know I'm a Maybelline girl because I have almost everything by Maybelline, but I love this lip gloss because it tastes like candy. This is the Maybelline Lasting Fix. Whew! I just tasted it. It actually tastes like water. This is the finished look. I'm not really going anywhere tonight, but I feel like I look too good to sit at home, so I might just go out today. If you like this look, make sure to let me know in the comments. Like this video, share it to your friends, and subscribe if you haven't. I mean, what are you even doing? So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.